Sudah recording start. Anjay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dawwi with my colleagues here, Tyas, Alam, Dinanti, and Henry. And today we are going to show you of our infographic about project management. So starting with the definition, I will give the mic to Henry. Henry, the mic is all yours.
Okay, so we're going on the project management definition. So, in what I've learned, the project management by definition is that management is a process of leading the work of a team to achieve certain project goals or objective within the given constraint. And as we can see here, we can see and read the definition that we have given to everyone. So here, project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to accomplish a unique product or service. And project management is the application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities in order to meet project requirements. So, as what I said before, project management is a process in leading of our work in order to achieve certain project goals and objective within the given constraints and factors to consider. So we have here a project constraint. So project constraint is if how can I explain to you is that it's something that can limit the work of a project itself. So we have three aspects here in project constraint. We have scope, plan, and cost. So project scope is that uh, something to like control or maybe what to aim in the project itself. So that's a constraint. And then a cost. Every project has a cost. So maybe this project has got some fund like this small amount of dollar or rupiah. That is also the constraint. So the restriction or the limitation of the project management itself. And then we also have factors. Here we have three factors to consider. Number one is business, number two is technology, and number three is organization. So the first aspect is business. So business is some kind of like um, what will benefit the team or the stakeholder from this project management or from this project. And then technology, what the equipment of the um, project itself, and then organization is of course us, the team, and the person that work on the project management itself. And then next we will have uh, explanation on project constraint and factors to consider, more deeper analysis and explanation. So I will give it back to Dawi. Go ahead, Dawi. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Henry, for the explanation of the definition. So next we'll be going to project constraint. So in project constraint, just like Henry said, there is scope, planning, and cost, which is going to be first explained by Tias, follow planning by Alam, and cost will be by Dila. So first of all, I will give the mic to Tias.
Okay, thank you very much, Davis. So I will explain about the scope from project constraints. Scope is to control expectation and avoid scope creep. The project's deliverables, features, and boundaries must all be well defined. You need to first of all you need to understand about deliverables, features, and boundaries. First, I will explain about the deliverables. These are the tangible result or output that the project aims to produce. They should be clearly specified and agreed upon by all stakeholders at the beginning of the project. Deliverable could include things like reports, software, hardware, prototypes, documentation, or any other constraint outcome that fulfills the project objective. And next is feature. Feature refer to the functionalities or characteristic that the deliverable will process. Each feature should be defined with sufficient detail to ensure that everyone understands what is included and what is not. It is essential to prioritize features based on their importance to the project goals and to be mindful of the resource and time required to implement them. And the last is the boundaries. Boundaries establish the limit or constraints of the project. This includes specifying what is out of scope and what will not be addressed by the project. Boundaries help prevent scope creep by providing a clear understanding of what the project will and will not encompass. They also aid in managing expectation by avoiding misunderstanding about what is expected to be delivered. By making sure these three things, deliverable, feature, and boundaries are well defined from the start, everyone involved knows exactly what to expect. This helps prevent the project from growing too big or going off track, which keep things on schedule and within budgets. So next point will be explained by Lam.
Yes, thank you. So the next constraint is plan. This constraint is about creating and overseeing the project plan, which includes setting goals, assigning work to the appropriate people, and allocating resources to guarantee timely completion. So with this constraint, it's mostly about scheduling and uh, assigning the people to complete the schedule and to complete the parts of the projects, such as the features and other deliverables, uh, in a in a in a in a schedule, and uh, basically it's affects when the project will be completed, so that we will not be having delays and have to uh, complete the project in overdue time. Next is Dila. I will give it to you.
Okay, thank you, Alam. So I will explain further cost of project constraints. So cost is one of important things in project, cost estimations and management requirements, careful monitoring and control, including tracking, budgeting, and spending control to keep the project within financial project limit. I will give it back to Dawwi.
Okay, uh, so my colleagues did explain the project constraints. So next, as Henry explained in the definition, the factor that we need to consider as a project management, such as the business, the technology, and the organization. So again, I will give the mic back to Tyas to explain about the business.
Okay, Dawi, I will explain business from factors to consider. Understanding the business context of the project, which include its goals, stakeholder, and strategic alignment with corporate objective. And first of all, to understanding, you need to understand about business goals, stakeholders, and strategic alignment. I will explanation first about business goals. These are like the big target or objective that the company want to achieve. It is what the aim for to success in their industry. For instance, a business goal could be to increase sales by a certain percentage, expand into the new market, or improve customers' satisfaction. And the second is stakeholders. Stakeholders are the people or group who have an interest or investment in the project. There could be employees, customer, investor, or even the community surrounding the company. These are the folks who care about the project success because it affects them in some way. And the last is strategic alignment. This means making sure the project fits well with the overall direction and priority of the company. It is like making sure all the gears in a machine work together smoothly. For example, if company's main goals is to become a leader in eco-friendly products, any project they undertake should also contribute the goals, like developing sustainable packaging or reducing carbon emission in manufacturing. Understanding the business context involves seeing how the project fits into these larger business goals. Who cares about its success and how it helped the company move in the right direction? This ensure the project is not just a standalone effort, but a valuable part of the company's overall strategy for success. That's all for me, and Alam will be explained the next point.
Okay. The next factor to consider is the technology factor. This factor involves applying relevant technologies such as software, hardware, or other tools required for project execution to support project objectives. So this factor is mostly related to the scope constraint of the project, which dictates what we need to achieve in the project, and what we need to achieve, what we need to use to achieve uh, the project's goals. Uh, Along with the scope, this factor also involves the cost constraint of the project, so that we will not be over budget and only apply the necessary technology. That is all from me. Next is I will give to Dila.
Okay, thank you, Alam. Now I will explain for organization and factor to consider. So organization is for to guarantee efficient cooperation and optimize teamwork. It's important for the project organizational structure and roles and responsibilities must be clearly defined. And from the roles and duties should be clearly defined, and communication routes should be established. Okay, that's from me. I will give back to Dawwi.
So thank you to Henry, Tias, Alam, and Dila. Yeah, and to draw the conclusion, so what is actually project management? Project management is a complex and important task that is need a very disciplined attitude, with requiring a deep understanding on many aspects, such as what are we working on, how much cost do we have, what is the challenge ahead, what is the technology we need, and then we have to brief and compares to overview what project management is. And then there is also the definition of the factor influencers, such as, again, the cost, the organization, your rivalry, your business management. So in that conclusion, I will close this meeting. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.